Welcome back to M Hood Fishing. I am out here with my good friend James, who also has a fishing channel, and he does a lot of other things on his channel. Link is down in the description if you want to check it out after you watch this video. Now today I am on the Little Chafunk at a park called First Avenue Park. It's a pretty cool place. James is going to fish from up here under this pavilion on this little boardwalk that doesn't go very far, but I'm not. I'm going to fish down here in the sunshine where I can get nice and toasty like Richard Hamilton. Yeah, James is up there. There's not much access here. Very little bank to fish. There's a nice little bend in front of me. And I am in the sunshine, so I am going to get toasty. There's a pipe. There's a pipe under the water here. And there's a lot of perch around it. Panfish, you know, bluegill and the such. It might be some deep water over there in the shade. It gets really wide right there. Like I said, this is the Little Chafunk, not the big one. It's a branch of the Chafunk. From this location, we're going to try and see how many different species of fish I can catch. And I'm going to use mixed methods too. I'm going to look for cats and whatever. Here you go, James.
Thank you.
Split shot's going to be over in there. All right, so I want to put out 2 lines on the bottom here. I'm going to use corn on one of them to see if there's carp or buffalo here, but we're also going to fish a line for catfish. But this water has a real slow current, and currently there were 3 ounces on my sinker slides. I promised someone in the comments of the last video I did out on the Mississippi River that I would show them a hack I have for putting these on. Let me explain what that hack is all about. In my box here, I have a lot of sinker slides that are fresh, they've never been used, and I want to use 2-ounce lead here. Now I already have sinker slides on both my lines. I just need to change out the weights, but to show you what I'm talking about, I need a fresh one. All right, these are really cheap sinker slides that a subscriber out of the Dakotas sent me. Thank you so much. I've been using these a lot. They're really good, but these are the ones off of Amazon. Even the ones you buy at Walmart are going to have this problem. Let me show you. You can't get that lead on there right away. Now, the guy in the comments, can't remember your name, sorry, his solution for that problem was to drill this hole out. You don't have to do that. If you have pliers, you can do that, you know, bend this out with the pliers. But if you don't have pliers, just take your lead, get it in there, get that in there like you can until you have some leverage, and then see what we did here? Use the lead to bend it out till you can get it around that corner. That's my hack when I don't have pliers, but I always have pliers just because I always do. And just keep doing that till you get that bent out straight enough to where you can get that lead on there, because sometimes even the expensive ones, the rig wrap ones, are like that too. And there we go, we got it on there. And if you like, you can bend that back out to where it was, but it's not necessary because you're not going to lose that lead. It's going to stay there just like that. All right, that's my sinker slide hack for you. That's the big tip in this video today. Oh, here's my bait for the catfish. To start, we're going to start with night crawlers. We might move on to cut bait here in a bit, but I think these are going to work best for right now. It is like 3:30, 4 o'clock right now, something like that. This place stays open till 10 p.m. This park is just a neighborhood public park on this little river here. The hook is a size 2 Kale. That's what I want to use here. I expect channel cats. It could be other things, but it could be bullhead. The other things that are bigger than channel cat could be blues and flatties. What we're going to do is we're going to thread this night crawler up a little bit, try to get it a little bit over the knot. Now we're going to start wrapping this whole night crawler on. We're going to give them quite the feast. We're not going to put on anything like pieces. Here we go. A bit threaded on and the rest is wrapped on. Now we got to make our cast with James fishing right above us. Oh, you're all right. So I'm going to try and put this worm over there to where you see that bend. This is the big part right here. Gets all nice and wide, so it's probably not deep. The deeper part is probably going to be over there. Luckily, there's a lot of shade, so that's a good thing. Maybe there's some cats hunkered down over there cooling off. Just getting it over there is going to be the task, right? Let's see if we can do this. Well, not quite as far as I wanted it, but this will let me know how deep this is. Interesting, interesting. I would say, oh, this is a nice deep hole here, maybe about 10 feet deep. I'm gonna try another cast. The thing is, it got a lot of tree limbs over me, so I can't do an overhead cast, but should be able to get it to my liking. But a little more oomph. Awesome, that's exactly where I want this. Right out there. Still feels deep too. Are you gonna let me cast this? I'm getting a bite on my worm. Let's get this corn out there. Right out in front of us, about almost in the middle. Okay, let's see what kind of panfish are here. Gonna drop shot with a size 6 Aberdeen, a 1/16 ounce teardrop lead right there, you see that? And we're gonna use a little bit of red wiggler. Oh my goodness, I'm getting a bite. All right, there's a pipe right there. We're gonna see what's around that pipe. Getting a bite on this night crawler. Ooh, it had a bite already. Whoa, there we go. Got cut bait for later. It's a little snaggy, huh? A little snaggy here. I'm gonna try the drop shot method one more time. If I lose my stuff again, I'm gonna switch over to the float. There's a bite. And there's a fish. That's really too small for me to use for cut bait. I would use that for light. Oh no.
Oh, no, it's me.
Oh, excited for no reason. Hold on, buddy. Oh no. Dang it. You know what? I've got an idea. I put that rod down to go get him off my line, and this little thing got on, but a bass tried to get him. So here's my idea. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to put this bluegill on a 4/0 octopus hook, hooked right behind the head, right up top like that. Make sure there's no scales. We're going to fish him on 12-pound test under a float, about 2 feet under the float. There are bass coming up here getting these bluegill. Put it right over there, a little bit out of the way. Man, they're all over the place, little tiny ones. Ho ho ho, they're not all little tiddlers, what do you know? That is a good sized bait right there. That's a cracker fish. Put that on a cracker. Half a sandwich maybe. I have changed my tactics. We have changed the carp line into a catfish line. This time we're fishing an 4 octopus hook with a piece of cut bait. And we're gonna put this out where the night crawler previously was. We're using an 4 because I think there's channel cat here. I don't want to go too big with my hook sizes. I want to catch fish first and figure out how big the fish are here. So far this feels like a bait catching video. I wanted to do mixed multi-species, multi-methods today. And only the red wiggler is producing fish. Bait fish. That's too small. Well, if this is a bait spot, let's catch more bait. We could always take it to the river in the morning or tomorrow afternoon. Ooh, there was a hit. There's a lot of small fish here, but I have caught a few good bait size ones, so I'm not going to get down about it. Ooh, solid bait right there. It's a small one. As bluegill go, that is small, but there's a decent sized bait fish right there. Oh, yes. Finally got something on the night crawler. And it's exactly what I expected to catch on the night crawler, a little tiny catfish. It's a little channel cat. So technically this is a mixed species video now, multi-species, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna let this one go. Okay, so it is now 7 o'clock. Sunset is at like 7:52. James has told me that he wants to go home. So yeah, this is done. What do I think about this spot? I only caught bluegill here and a couple other things like long ears. Seems like a good spot for catching bait. I came all the way to the North Shore just to catch bait. Yeah, I know, sometimes it happens, but I'm happy to have the bait. We'll go do some cool videos with that later on the river back near me and some other places. But this spot is actually kind of snaggy. I think if I would have got to spend more time in this spot, I probably would have figured out what else is going on here. Now, I'll tell you what I have figured out. This is a pretty deep spot. I can tell by how long it takes my lead to sink. I would say it's 10 to 12 feet, maybe even a little deeper as you get out that way. All the fish that I caught here were cold. That tells me the water's deep. Maybe it's spring fed somewhere. I'm not sure, but it's not hot. It's not as hot as I would expect it to be. I didn't see any gar. I saw a little bit of bass activity, one little cat, so I know there's got to be bigger cats than what I just caught. Overall, a pretty chilled place just to sit and fish. It is kind of a tight spot though. You only have about what would I say, about 20 to 30 feet of bank right here to fish from, so it's a little tight. All right, gotta go. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. Love you. Have a great time fishing. Go catch some fish. Blah 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 blah. See you next time.